Right, there we go. I am recording now.
I forgot I was recording as well. Okay, there we go. Cool. Uh, and now my controls don't do what I asked them to. It's fine. Hello, look at that. We're on a podcast again. Woo. Can I get a woo?
Hello. I am going to get some sources up for what we're talking about. Then I don't
I
have
love
to.
sauce.
Uh, then I don't have to
My comedy is wasted on this
look
podcast, I
through
swear.
them.
So, yeah, podcast 850,001, episode 3,000,003. How are you, Casper? How has your week been?
Okay, I haven't done that much. I'm just enjoying my last few days of freedom before starting uni again on the 25th, which I
Oh, yeah.
think is Monday. Well, my first lesson isn't until the 26th, so
Mm-hmm.
I've got longer, but it's my last week of being able to sleep until 1 p.m. I'm going to attempt to sort out my sleeping pattern tonight by going to bed at about the latest 1 a.m.
The curse of being a uni student.
I know. But yeah, haven't done much really.
Well, we have had some exciting stuff happen. You got your PS4 in the mail. Like,
Yeah, my PlayStation came,
yeah, and
so
we've
we've
both
been.
been enjoying Spider-Man if the days following, because we haven't had a chance to play it yet, and we both really love Spider-Man, so that's
It is
been a
very
lot of
fun
fun. Yeah, I've
so
enjoyed that
far.
a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, I've loved that. Um, so that happened. We got a PS4,
Uh,
which I know isn't really a very exciting news considering the PS5 is out now,
um,
but PS4s are reduced, so it's okay.
I ordered a playpen for the rat. That's exciting
The
for
pet
them.
rats, yeah,
Um,
we have pet rats. We aren't just kidnapping
I'm
wild ones and putting them in a
the new
playpen.
rats are coming on Sunday. I'm getting 3 new rats, so it's just all hands on deck preparing for them.
So
The
total of 5 rats.
the wire to wrap around the cage because the new ones are tiny, tiny babies.
Yeah,
Uh, they will be able to slip through. So I've
yeah,
got some wire which isn't chicken wire because chicken wire is sharp. Last time I had babies and wrapped chicken wire around the cage, I sliced open my palm and it was horrible.
yeah. No,
I
yeah,
got
you want to be
some.
careful with that.
Technically, it's anti-rat wire for gardens, so like
Yeah.
rats can't get into plants and shit, but they can't get out of their cage. So
Mm.
yeah, it's not sharp. It'll just be a little bit annoying to access the doors. So we'll be doing that possibly tomorrow. That's exciting. Not much has gone on. I'll have more to talk about next week when I started back at uni. Really?
I mean, uni's not all that exciting though, is it? It's just paperwork. A lot of.
No, this term, I don't think any of it's essays, which I'm excited about. It should
Oh,
all be
that's
practical
good.
work,
Yeah,
which
practicals
uh,
are nicer. Practicals better.
it will be difficult to film in lockdown conditions because we obviously have to work as a team.
Yeah.
And we'll be working from a team remotely.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
mean, in a day and age where the internet exists and is as good as it is, especially we've got better internet now than I've ever had in my entire life. So, uh, especially with that, I think it should be really easy. It'll be slow. I think the most
I
annoying about thing about it is it'll be slow. If someone records like a line for you, or films like something, or edits a picture or whatever, they'd have to transfer it over the internet, and that's just the annoying part. Is it's how slow it is.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to like do a short story based around Zoom. So some friends are in a Zoom call and something happens.
Yeah,
Because
like that.
that that's the
What?
only like that horror movie we watched. The
Yeah, what was that?
Host,
Yeah,
I
the
want to
host,
say
and there
was
was
called The
another
Host.
one. There was another one. There was the host, and there was another one. I can't
And
remember.
the
Unfriended, the two
there's
Unfriended movies.
staged with Ian McKellen, I think, in it.
Oh, I
I've
haven't heard
not
of this
watched
one.
that yet, but it's about some men that were going to be in a theatre show that has been
Right.
postponed because of COVID. So they're doing it all over Zoom, and it's a comedy. and I've been meaning
Haven't
to
heard of that
watch
one.
it because it's got David Tennant in it as well.
Oh, I
I've
love
been
it.
meaning to watch
Love a bit
it
of David Tennant.
because my nana's watched it and she said it's really funny.
Yeah.
And it's on Netflix now, so I might actually watch that at some point. Like during researching for this film that we've got to do.
Yeah. I
But
hope
it'll be
it's more
challenging.
research than we do for this fucking podcast.
Um, I think it'll be hard, but they have to take into account that we can't film as a crew properly because of COVID, and our grades will reflect that definitely.
I feel yeah, you're right.
Like
Like I don't know what else
this
to say other than
this
you're
year
right there.
has been a bit of a write-off, and a lot
Yeah.
of mine haven't said it yet, are saying that people will progress into second year no matter what their grades are. So everyone's being like, a lot of unis are being really, really nice with it because it's not the uni experience. It's not what we wanted. And creative subjects are suffering the most because, like, you can't paint in a bedroom, really, can you? You can't have big canvases and stuff like you're meant to.
Yeah, no, I get you.
So,
yeah, no, you can't have. Yeah, it's gonna be
like,
hard. You can make like backdrops out of cardboard and stuff, but realistically,
it's
it's just
not the
too
same.
hard. Yeah, it's too hard.
Like,
Unless you're gonna do something that's like a that's obviously meant to be satire or a play or something.
yeah, like, I've got a lot of friends that are doing musical theatre and stuff like that, and they've had to record themselves like doing a piece of singing or a piece of dance in their bedroom, and it's just not ideal, really.
Yeah.
But everybody's making do and doing the best we can, really.
Yeah, it's all you can do, especially after COVID and everything.
Yeah, the film industry will never be the same again. Like what we're learning now, like that we have to sanitize all equipment after using it. Side note, why wasn't that done anyway?
Yeah.
It's going to be
Yeah, I
the new
feel like
normal.
yeah,
And
a lot of these things are going to progress over into the new normal. It's going to change a lot. I think the film industry just as a whole is going to change. It's going to I think you said it like a couple of days ago. You said something like indie films are now going to be on par with Hollywood films because obviously the film industry's been hit hard, really, really hard. So it's gonna start being the same production quality overall. I think we're gonna get a lot of good new actors, directors, writers, etc. come out of this.
yeah,
Especially considering COVID's been a time where people have been off work and been at home, so they've gotten an opportunity to just be more of themselves and work on things that they actually enjoy rather than going to jobs that they hate and make them want to die.
yeah. Apart
So
from musicians who have been forced
yeah,
to apply for jobs and get jobs that they hate and don't
I
want to
mean
do.
it depends. Like if you're a successful musician, you don't need to do that. If you aren't a successful musician, you were gonna be doing that anyway, because that's just how
But like
how it
small
works,
musicians
unfortunately.
are really suffering. I've got a friend
Yeah.
who makes music and he's had to get a job for Amazon, I think it is, because
Oh no.
he just can't pay the rent
Yeah, that's
because he's not
soul sucking as Amazon.
been doing like shows in pubs and stuff like he used to pay his
Yeah.
bills.
Yeah.
And but we've had a lot of good albums
Yeah,
out of this
we've had. I was
pandemic
gonna say that we've had
and a lot
some
of good
good stuff
singles.
come out of COVID in terms of music, because obviously I've spoken to Jay about James Marriott, him, and he's got a new EP out now. No Left Brain. Go listen to it. It's very nice, very good. It's easy listening. I enjoy it a lot. And Youngblood has written an entire album in COVID, and now is on to his second one, I think.
And
So
Beans on Toast released 2 albums on
yeah,
December 1st, one of which was written and produced and recorded during lockdown in his house, which
yeah.
is pretty cool, considering he's not a big musician.
Where's my microphone? Oh shit.
He's got a small child as well. Like, how the hell did he find the time to write, record, and produce 2 full albums?
Sorry, my microphone's coming off the stand. It's gonna fall.
Like, the man needs a medal. He has a 2-year-old and he managed to record 2 albums. How? Yeah, there's been a lot of good music come out of this pandemic. Frank Turner, who's my favourite singer, has started producing records, which is exciting. He's just produced both of Beans on Toast's new album. Oh no! Thank you, Jasper. My sound hasn't been working. I've been muted for this entire time.
Sake. Oh my god.
11 minutes. I've been talking to myself.
My microphone
Jasper.
just came out of its fucking stand. You've been muted. Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah. So I am recording. So to sync up the sound, I don't know.
Amazing.
I'm gonna buy a clapperboard soon, I think, because I need one anyway for filming.
What does a clapperboard do?
One of those black and white boards that you clap to signify when you're recording, so the sound guy
right.
I'm gonna buy one because I'm a film student, and it looked cool on the wall when it's not being used.
When you're not using it.
Anyway, but because I want to specialize in sound, I'm gonna buy one because it's useful to have anyway. Just I say that as if everybody needs one on a regular basis.
Yeah, no,
but
I don't think anyone does.
For me, it'll be quite useful, and I just want one on my wall, really.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be
good decoration.
And you can draw on it, can't you? And so you can put
a lot of them. I was looking at them on Amazon last night because I thought immediately, oh god, I need one. I need to buy one with this blooming bursary money.
Yeah.
A lot of them are made for decoration. So all of the reviews are like, oh, this looks really nice on the wall. But it's really difficult to find one that is actually usable. Well, because
it's just 2 pieces of plastic that you hit together, isn't it? So
yeah, but
it can't be that hard.
A lot of them are whiteboard, like wipe offable, and all of the reviews are like
clapperboards are supposed to be wipe offable.
And I was reading all the reviews yesterday, and it was like, oh, the pen stains this clapperboard. It's for decoration purposes. You can't use this on a shoot.
Okay.
So I have a feeling I'm going to end up spending far too much money because apparently they're really flimsy as well, according to the Amazon reviews. Like, they fall apart if you actually clap them because they're meant for just sticking on a wall.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know why there's so much. I guess people just like the aesthetic then, I suppose.
Yeah, I like the aesthetic, but I would actually use it, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
So
you want it for both. You want it for both purposes.
11 minutes of this podcast, I was talking to myself with.
I mean, you had the occasional viewer over on my channel who heard everything that you said.
I cannot believe
on
that I was muted.
We've recorded this, so it'll be up on the archive channel. It's annoying, but we're only 3 episodes in, so these things are expected to happen, really.
And I've got my headphones in the wrong ears. 1 second, there we go. That was better. Right, so should we get talking about on the subject of new music? James Marriott has a new EP out.
We already.
My viewers wouldn't have heard this because it was silent.
Oh, right, okay. Yes, he has a new EP out. It's called No Left Brain. Go listen to it. It's good.
And
We've spoken
it's
about
good.
it before on the
When
podcast.
he first released music, I wasn't sure what to expect because obviously a lot of music has come out of YouTube. Like Troye Sivan
Yeah.
was one of the first big ones to come out of YouTube. I think he stopped doing YouTube now, but I'm not entirely certain.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know who that is, so I have no idea.
he's a South African singer and YouTuber, and he's
Right.
very good. Like he hasn't done an album for a few years, but he had Blue Neighborhood and another one which has a song called Strawberries and Cigarettes, I think, and it's about his first kiss with a boy and how.
That's not a very nice combination.
And I thought that. It's about sexuality and his first kiss with a boy and how it tastes like cigarettes and strawberry breath mints.
Right, okay.
But he was a big part of YouTubers coming into the mainstream music industry.
Mm-hmm.
And since him, there's been loads of them. There's been like, I know there's Charlie D'Amelio.
Yeah, Charlie D'Amelio is one.
D'Amelio.
But it's such a weird combination because, like, when I sat down and listened to Everyday Bro by Jake Paul, I never for 1 second thought that any YouTuber could actually make good music.
Who's that one that does that song called Lamborghini?
That's Jake Paul as well, isn't it?
No, he's British. It's the one that boxed Logan Paul or Jake Paul. In that
KSI?
boxing match. Yeah. He has music as well. And
he does.
And that went really high in the album charts and stuff. Which is not my sort of thing because I'm not into that sort of music.
Yeah.
But that's quite big that he also wasn't a music YouTuber. Like is he a gaming YouTuber, a football YouTuber?
Both, I think. He plays a lot of FIFA. From what I know of him, I may just be generalizing here, but the only times I've ever seen KSI content, either in my recommended or suggested or whatever, it's been FIFA content. That's all I know about the guy.
Jasper, can you hear me now? Because I should be making noise now.
Are you still muted on your stream?
Possibly.
This is a disaster. This is so terrible.
I've just asked in the chat if you can hear me.
Oh wow! Right, well, while you do that,
I think it's not picking up my microphone.
That's very odd. What have you got? Your trusted 212 or whatever the fuck it's called. The microphone is. Set that as your default device in the settings.
Nothing yet.
Audio.
1 second.
How are they responding to you if they don't?
I've just typed in the group chat. In the chat. Can you hear me?
I love how we're dedicating an entire section of this podcast to is Casper's microphone working?
Audio output.
Okay. So I'll just whilst Casper's sorting that out, I will talk a little bit about Bethesda publishing an Indiana Jones game.
Is that working now?
I'm very excited for. I'm just gonna do that so that I'll put Casper's audio up once he's sorted his microphone out. So yeah, I'm really excited, honestly. Bethesda, whilst obviously Fallout, whatever the hell it's called, 67, 76.
It.
You fixed it?
They can now hear me, yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, fantastic. Right, okay, so yes, Bethesda publishing Indiana Jones game. I want to finish talking about that because I started. So, I'm really excited for that. I loved Indiana Jones as a kid. Obviously, Harrison Ford was so good. Didn't like the Crystal Skull, but you know, reboots never really work. But they've teased like that they're making an Indiana Jones game, and it's going to be developed by the same people who did Wolfenstein, and Bethesda are publishing it. And whilst Bethesda are responsible for some very hot messes like Fallout 76, I can't help but be excited because I feel like, especially if it's with Wolfenstein's developer, that they're gonna make a game that at least feels right. It might be a glitchy mess because Bethesda published games usually are, but I think it will feel nice. Like, they've always been good at capturing an atmosphere, and I want to feel like I did when I watched the movies, you know? That sort of sense of adventure, that kind of sense of, like, excitement of the whole thing. I just want to feel that whilst I play it.
I have never seen a Indiana Jones movie. Also, they can only hear me.
Oh, that's
so odd. I'm just attempting.
So what's
to
are you set? Yeah, all my settings are fine. So.
Oh, it's because we fucked with my PC, really, isn't it?
I sorted your thing. I sorted your settings out beforehand.
Let me.
As part of the thing.
Oh my God. I don't know what to look in. I don't know what to look in for this. 1 second. I'm just messing around with the settings.
Are you ready for this to be broadcast to the internet forever?
Oh no, I might delete this one.
Oh, this is going up on the archive channel no matter what happens.
I don't know. Last time it just did it automatically, didn't it?
I'll make a highlight out of it. No, it didn't. Under your settings, go to audio, and where it says desktop audio device 1, select probably your Realtek speakers. That'll broadcast through your headphones. And then...
Right. Hello, can you hear us both now?
Ah! Yes, they can hear us both now?
Nope. No, it's not picking you up at all. It's still saying 0 decibels. Yeah,
so try...
Let me try the other one.
Wait, what's Discord coming through? Why is this turned into a troubleshoot podcast? Fuck me. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is terrible.
Ridiculous.
This is absolutely terrible.
Right. Hello. There we go. Yeah, we're using Discord. Speak again.
Hello.
There we go. It's working.
Right. Thank fuck.
Yeah.
God.
So we were talking about the Indiana Jones video game.
No, I've not got much else to say about it. I'm excited for that one. It's got me excited for a Bethesda game again, which I didn't after Fallout 76. I didn't believe that could happen, so I am excited.
Yeah, I have never seen an Indiana Jones film.
That's
However,
a disaster.
There is also a Lego Indiana Jones. There is a Lego Indiana Jones game, and I am a big fan of the Lego games.
Yeah. Have you ever played the Lego one? The Lego Indiana Jones game?
No, because I've never seen the movies. Why would I play the video game? But
because it's a video game. Why else? You don't need a reason, dude.
I might play it at some point because I do really like the Lego games. I want to play the Harry Potter one.
Oh. Yeah, I want to play the Harry Potter ones as well. They're on PlayStation Now, which we recently got because we got a PlayStation, which is great.
Yeah. I bought a year of PlayStation Now, which it's like a streaming service but for video games, and you can access it from your computer as well, which is cool because it means I will basically have a catalogue of free games for me on both devices.
The only issue is the streaming service. I think it probably requires a really high-powered internet because we've got good internet. Like, our internet is the best internet I've ever had in my life, and it still is a stuttery mess sometimes.
Yeah.
If you're streaming a game. But for downloads, being able to download games, like I'm downloading Bloodborne and Horizon Zero Dawn as we speak,
and
I
Little
love
Big
that.
Planet
That's amazing.
3
For eight ninety
because
nine a month,
Jasper,
I
who is in
approve.
my chat,
We're
suggested
not
I
sponsored,
play
by the way.
the Little Big Planet game,
Yeah.
and I've never played it, so I'm gonna do that this
Yeah,
afternoon.
well, we can play that together. I think that'll be fun.
I don't know whether to buy PlayStation Plus, I think it's called, like the PlayStation Online, so you can play with other people.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's much I do with it, to be honest. Like, I think it might be a waste of money for me, because I don't
if I got
often...
enough friends that played PlayStation, I'd
like,
consider it. But
I
don't know how easy it is to... Apparently, there was someone in my chat the other day who was asking if I was playing on PlayStation, who was asking if I was streaming on PlayStation. I was like, no, I don't know how to do that. And apparently, it's really easy. Apparently,
yeah,
it's really
you can
easy to
stream
do.
straight from a PlayStation, which would be cool.
Yeah, apart from the microphone might be an issue. Like the microphone and the camera might be an issue.
You can get headsets that plug into the controllers.
Yeah, I'm just not I've got an XLR microphone and a 2K camera for a reason. Like I want to actually do streaming semi-professionally. So I don't know how good a headset's going to be.
I might test out streaming on the PlayStation eventually.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't think I'm going to bother spending money on online because I'm getting lots and lots of spam comments in my chat saying, want to become famous, buy followers, primes, and viewers on a link. I've just had 4 in a row.
You can ban those.
1 second. I'm not entirely sure how to ban them.
There should be 3 dots next to their name.
There isn't.
Go to your actual Twitch. Over half of this podcast has now been us troubleshooting your Twitch. Should we do this after the fact?
Yeah, I'll just leave them.
Yeah, just leave them for now, and we can troubleshoot your Twitch and your Streamlabs after we have done the podcast. Because most of this content has just been what's wrong with Casper's podcast today. Right,
also,
should we move on to something else?
I am enjoying Spider-Man, yeah.
It's
very fun so far. I'm enjoying the swinging, and I'm enjoying the collectibles.
Oh,
my favorite part of video games has always been the collectibles. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because, but I like that there's lots to do. And the storyline so far, granted, I'm not very far into it because I haven't played it for that long yet. I've only got a few more days until I go back to uni, actually. I better play some more of it.
Yeah.
But the storyline seems a bit meh so far. Like, it's standard. I mean, just because Dr. Octavius is his boss, that's all I know so far. It could go a way that surprises me, and if I know Marvel, it probably will. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the fact that there's loads of unlockable things. And I like games that you don't have to be very skilled at to unlock things and progress, basically. Yeah. And I like games where you can wander away from the main storyline.
Easy playing.
Yeah, like it's one that you don't really have to think about.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm a big fan of casual games because I'm not a serious gamer because I play it to relax. I play games to relax.
Serious.
I don't want to be.
I don't get that.
I don't want to be stressed out.
I don't get the concept of a serious gamer. Like I've been shopping around recently for computer parts, and all the advertisements for it are, especially like monitors and graphics cards and stuff, are. This is the pro version for serious gamers, and they seem to they take it so seriously, and I understand that there are people out there who do take it seriously, and there are people. I think the only people who need to take video games seriously are the people who are playing esports. The people who win millions in competitions just playing fucking Rocket League or League of Legends or whatever the fuck. Those people, okay, fine. Take it seriously. I don't get it, and I never will. But take it seriously, and I respect that. But
Yeah,
when you're just someone who just likes to just play a bit of GTA like I do, or stream a little bit, you're not shopping around for an advertisement on Serious Gaming, Gamer X Pro League, fucking whatever the hell else that is in these adverts for this stuff. It's like,
and
it's stupid and it's cringy as fuck.
and
It's just, it makes me want to back away and just be like, okay, dude, okay, you keep your monitor. I will go and shop somewhere else because you are being very intense right now.
and they always use esports
Yeah,
to sell things like the chairs. I've been looking at chairs. None of them are in stock until March, so I'm going to get one in March.
yeah.
But yeah, they're all modeled off esports chairs, and they're really, really ugly.
Do you
Like,
know? Have you seen that, like,
uh,
that microsecond? There's like a response times for monitors. 1 microsecond response time versus 2 microsecond response time is about a £40 price difference. You as a person, with how your eyes process things, how your brain processes things, and how you react to stuff, you are not going to notice the difference between one
yeah,
microsecond and 2.
but
And the fact that there is
a
this
lot of
massive
PC
increase in that
gamers,
is ridiculous.
like, I know this might be a generalized statement, but a lot of PC gamers that I've encountered as a casual gamer who doesn't take himself seriously at all
Yeah.
are very like, oh, I must have the same as these esports people because I have to I have to one up everybody else.
Yeah, and
Like,
it's like
that's
it's like, all right, Kyle, you fucking play some fucking FIFA for 10 minutes to an hour every day, and you're half good at it. You're not an esports champion. You're not winning millions in some fucking tournament. You don't have to
yeah.
take it so seriously.
And
And games
I'll go
aren't
and
supposed to be taken that seriously. They're fun. That's the whole objective of video
like
games, is to be fun. And you take the fun out of it when you're advertising these. I'm ranting way too much. Go on, sorry.
I just think that PC elite gamers, which I used to know a lot of them in high
Yeah.
school because I was the geeky emo kid.
Mhm.
So obviously I knew a lot of gamers and I knew a lot of PC elite gamers who were like, oh, who actively looked down on me for having an Xbox.
Yeah.
And those are the sorts of people that make gaming not fun for the casual gamers. And
See, the
like,
thing is, this game is just supposed to be fun for whoever really
it's supposed
enjoys
to
it.
be fun, and people just take it too seriously. And but
I understand people who say PC is better because
so do I.
because
But
there's no way consoles can surpass it just because of the amount of functionality. But I will say this: PS5, and I don't know so much about the Xbox Series X. I haven't looked too much into that, but I know for a fact the PS5 has started unless PCs like graphics card developers and CPU manufacturers mainly, unless PC component makers do something big in the next 5 years or so, consoles are going to overtake, because the PS5's functionality is on par with the top end gaming systems now, which in my opinion, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, chat or YouTube comments, but in my opinion here, this hasn't happened before. Like, when the PlayStation 4 came out, it had so much more functionality than the PlayStation 3, and everyone was excited and cool. And I looked at that like, yeah, that's cool, but for the same price, I could get a graphics card that does so much more than that, and it will load faster. I'll have more than 60 FPS if I want to, and all these finicky little things. It's just like, you don't need them, but I could have them, and why do I care? And I didn't, and I don't. But with the PS5, like, I've seen the loading times get shown off. I've seen the graphics. I've heard about the haptic feedback, and I'm just like, That's impressive. You've impressed me now. This is good. This is on par, and I like this.
And the PS5 is reasonably cheap. Like,
yeah, like the amount of money I paid for my graphics card alone, I could have brought a PS5 for.
I think if I get a PS5, I will wait a year or so because there's always teething problems with new consoles.
There's always teething problems with new everything when it comes to hardware and software.
When the Xbox 360 got that red ring of death thing, and it just bricked the console. That was quite possibly the weirdest teething problem with a console ever.
Yeah, that one's odd.
But I'm gonna wait a year or so before if I get one. Actually, I could do what I did with the PS4 and wait 5 or 6 years and get one eventually. Because there's not enough games that are exclusive to PlayStation 5 for me to want to put money into it yet.
Yeah, like I want the only things that I want from the PlayStation 5 is because way back when I first started learning about technology like properly, like I got a real interest in it about like 15, 16. I learned what haptic feedback was. And as a concept, it's literally just the idea of, say you're wearing a glove in virtual reality and you press your finger against something in that game, in that virtual world. The glove then presses back on your finger, so it feels like you are actually touching what you're interacting with in the game. That's haptic feedback. It's like it's just the sensations we get from touching the stuff, you know?
Which is super cool, but cool. Also not 500 quid's worth of cool.
Exactly.
And it would grow old super quickly. Like
I'm not so sure about that. I think it's going to be one of those that like, when I play it, I have a feeling I'm not gonna be able to go back in the same way. It's going to be one of those things.
Like I think I will purchase one in a few years. I'm not going to purchase one now because I've just got a PlayStation 4.
Yeah. There's no point. There's no point. Like
the
only reason I want it
alone are 60 quid.
Yeah, and that's ridiculous.
I would want 2 controllers because I like playing games with other people. I like playing like online versions of board games, like the online version of Uno and shit with friends. And like it's just everything's very expensive and it scares me a bit, honestly.
I think the main appeal of the PS5 for me is literally haptic feedback and Spider-Man Miles Morales. Spider-Man Miles Morales we can get on the PS4 anyway, and haptic feedback, as cool as I really want that, and as cool as I think that would be, is not worth the price tag.
Also, I really hate the look of the white one. I would like a different color. Like,
isn't there not a black one yet?
Like, no. Like if I was to buy one, I would want a black one just because it's an ugly shape. Like it's not a pretty thing. Like it wouldn't fit under a TV stand like the PlayStation 4 fit.
I think you can lie it on its side. I think you can.
Like I just think it's ugly, and I would want a different color. If they do like a Miles Morales special edition.
They probably have, you know.
I think they haven't. I've looked for it. Because I just wanted to see if they had one with the Spider-Verse logo on. Yeah. Because ideally, I would like a skin for my PlayStation 4 with the Spider-Verse logo on. Because
no, there is one. There is one, and it is exceptionally cool. That is so... Casper, you need to see this, though. Look how fucking cool this thing is.
Let me Google it.
Hold on, let me just... I'm linking to you in Discord chat. Look at that. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna save a picture to my I've sent you a link in Discord, Casper.
PS5. Edition.
I will bring it up on my thing in a second so people can see what I'm on about. If they don't know. Christ. Sorry, I'm still working my way around Streamlabs.
Oh, yeah, it is very pretty. It's
very cool.
It's not being. It's not been released yet. By the looks of things. Yeah, it's not been released yet, and they haven't
Oh,
said when.
there we go. There it is. Sorry, I didn't. I was trying to get it up so
It
my
is
chat
very
could see it.
cool,
As a
and
concept, that is so fucking pretty.
and
I
I
want
think
it. I want it
and
so
I
bad.
think if I get a PS5, I will get a limited edition one because
Oh,
I just find the standard one ugly as sin. And
yeah.
with the black PlayStation 5, it's
Hold on, wait. Sorry, what
PlayStation
did you say?
4.
Did you just say? Did you just use the phrase "ugly as sin"?
Yeah, that's what my nana said.
How old are you? How old are you?
Um,
I didn't realize I was dating a 50-year-old man. Jesus
talking
Christ.
about the word sin, talking about the word sin on the 22nd of this month, in 2 days, Russell T Davis's new series "It's a Sin" comes out on Channel 4,
Oh,
and that's not on the document because it's just sprung to mind now. And
we
I
have
will be,
Casper. We have 20 minutes left of the podcast, and we haven't talked about anything on the document
and
because most of them are boring as shit. So
yeah, but "It's a Sin" comes out on the 22nd, and Jasper's watching on my stream. It might interest him.
oh yeah, fair.
It's a drama about the AIDS crisis in the 80s from the perspective of 20-odd-year-old men, which Russell T Davis was that age when it was happening. Like,
Yeah.
he wrote it about his experiences, and
Yeah.
I think that it will be super interesting to see that crisis from an actual LGBT person's perspective, because everything else we've seen about it has been American,
Yeah.
like Philadelphia, and that's the only film I can think of that comes to mind.
Yeah.
And it's set in the UK, and I'm so excited about it, and the soundtrack looks amazing, and I cannot wait. I've been waiting for it for so long, and it comes out in 2 days, and I can watch it on the big TV because I have a PlayStation now. So I'm very excited about that. I will probably talk about the first episode of that next week. Also, in the news, Russell T Davis has got a bit of shit for It's a Sin, because he said he only wants to cast LGBT actors to play LGBT roles.
Why did he get in shit for that?
Which I don't understand why he got in shit for it. I understand, like, if you are a minority character, you should cast that. If you write a minority character, that's giving an LGBT actor the opportunity to play a more authentic character than if they were playing a straight person. I think if you get someone that is of the minority to play that character, you'll get a more authentic performance.
Yeah,
surely.
I think that's so strange because like people you hear in the news people getting in shit all the time for not casting minority people to play minority characters, and what it's so strange to hear it the other way around. I don't get why that's the case at all. That's very strange.
I don't agree that LGBT actors should only play LGBT characters. And I've seen a lot of people that are like, oh, LGBT people shouldn't have to play straight people, but acting is about being someone else. It's about playing a role. And I think if you cast LGBT characters as LGBT actors, as straight characters, it shows a straight audience that might view LGBT people as different to them, because we know they exist. They're not as prevalent in today's society, but they do exist. As they might think, hey, that gay character can play that straight person. Like Neil Patrick Harris in How I Met Your Mother. Barney Stinson is one of the most famous womanizer characters. I adore that character so much, despite how problematic he is.
Yeah.
he's gay, and it made so many people more accepting of gay people seeing Neil Patrick Harris play that role. So it's important.
It is. It is. Right, I kind of want to segue into a story that I can clickbait for the highlights channel. So can we talk about the Belle Delphine story, which is our biggest story of the week?
Belle Delphine, if you do not know,
yeah,
is an adult star.
I mean,
I don't know whether that's the right phrasing.
Anyone who's still listening to this podcast or has clicked on this highlight will know who Belle Delphine is. So Belle Delphine was recently in the news for glorifying kidnapping and sexual assault. Kind of like that's a very broad statement, but it's still you know. So her argument here, I'll go over hers, is she has released a very long statement about this, but I will summarize it, is basically saying that if you're saying that her enjoying consensual non-consent, which is, well, pretty much what it sounds like, it's people playing these kidnap roles and stuff for sexual gratification in a safe environment, saying that that's saying that her doing that is promoting sexual assault is the same kind of argument as when people say that violence in video games promotes violence. And I understand that. I get her perspective there. I also get this perspective of the people who have said things like, and I'm quoting from a tweet I read here, something about Belle Delphine dressing up as a small child and wearing baby clothes and playing with kids' toys whilst also manipulating and promoting hardcore kinks such as kidnap and RAPE links just knocks me fucking sick. Quote from a social media article.
I think it is appealing to the sort of person you don't want to be appealing to. If you get my drift,
I think that's unfair to say, because there are people who, especially like people who sometimes have been victim of or survivor of sexual violence, they use consensual non-consent as a form of therapy, and there are people who play these scenes out to feel safe with their partner and to promote a healthy BDSM relationship, and all of that is fine. So I understand both sides of this here. I understand people who say it's a bit weird, especially the fact that she's dressing up as a child, but I also understand her side. I will just say, sorry to go on, Casper, I'll let you go on in a second. I will just say, I understand both of this. My personal take on it is that she shouldn't have put it on Twitter. Like, she should have put it on her OnlyFans. If she's going to promote stuff like that, do it on your OnlyFans, because when you do it in a public space, especially where there's like anonymous people, I'm sure there are creepy people on her OnlyFans as well anyway, but if it's behind a paywall, you're not going to get you're not going to get like a 15-year-old, 16-year-old boy who's already been exposed to porn on the internet and already thinks that this stuff is right and everything. You're not going to get a kid like that who's scrolling Twitter one day, sees that and think, oh, she's into this, she likes this, so I could go out and I could tie up a girl and she'll like it and that's fine. You know? Promoting stuff like this in a public space like Twitter, that's not behind a paywall, I think is kind of irresponsible.
In a way, it's normalizing it, which is important, because a lot of people tend to think BDSM and kink and anything that isn't, I don't know how to word it at all,
quote unquote normal, I guess,
isn't conventional.
Yes, yeah.
In a sexual environment is strange and weird, and find it weird.
Yeah.
It's important to normalize it, but at the same time, it's the way that she's dressed as someone younger than herself.
Yeah. She has also said, like, her young appearance comes from the fact that she does look young as a 21-year-old woman, and I get that, but also you should take into account the fact that you do look young, and you're posting this kidnapping photo on a public space. I guarantee you, if she'd posted this on her OnlyFans, there wouldn't be half the amount of backlash. She wouldn't be in the news
I don't
about
think
this.
we
She
would
wouldn't
have
have
heard
had.
of it.
Yeah, we wouldn't be talking about it right now if it had been posted on OnlyFans. And I feel like that was the best place to post it. And obviously, she's made the argument of like, this is the content I post. This is sexual content. Don't follow me if that's your thing. But the thing is Twitter doesn't really have an age gate. I mean, you have to enter your age and stuff, but kids can lie about that. Like
You
a
have to be
teenager
over
could.
13 for Twitter.
Yeah, but
That
people lie about that all the time. They had to be over 13 for YouTube as well, and look where that's ended us.
yeah,
Um,
but like I don't know. Like as I was saying,
Yeah.
there's just I understand why she did it. I do get it, but at the same time, read the room. Like
yeah,
it doesn't take like anyone to be incredibly good with social media to know that Twitter is not the place for
yeah,
that sort of thing. And if you post on Twitter, you're gonna get the mums of mums net. You're gonna get the same people that kicked off about a blooming Christmas Day video.
yeah.
Like it
And you're also gonna get
actually,
really
it's
young
a very
people.
good marketing technique. Like she does market herself very,
The
very
woman
well.
knows how to get people talking about her. She
with
definitely
these
knows
controversies,
how to do that.
because
Yeah,
there will be people who saw that and thought, I want to see more of that. I'm going to subscribe to her OnlyFans. It's very, very clever. And I
Yeah.
think she's probably incredibly business brained.
Oh,
Because
100%.
like it is very clever.
Yeah.
But also just watch your back with Twitter, because
Yeah.
there's some weirdos on it.
Yeah,
basically.
and my most concerning thing isn't the weirdos, because she's a woman on the internet who makes money out of sexualization and stuff. She's gonna have 200 weirdos message her a day, you know.
I will be back in a second. I really need the loo.
Okay, I will just carry on. So yeah, as I was saying, like, you're gonna get the weirdos anyway. That's always gonna happen. But my main concern is young kids. It's young girls, like 14, 15, 16, who see that and think, this is what men want. This is what I should need to do in order to be appealing to my new boyfriend or my future boyfriend or whatever. This is what I have to do. And that's concerning. I think that's concerning in itself. And I'm also concerned of the male audience. When we live in a world and in an era where porn and things like that are so easily accessible, this video is going to get so suppressed on the highlights channel. Oh my god. But when young men see this, they think that this kind of thing is okay. So you've got two sides of it. You've got a woman thinking, a girl thinking that this kind of thing is okay, and you've got guys thinking that this kind of thing is okay, and it is, in terms of the kink, in terms of the.
I am back.
Welcome back. In terms of the consensual, non-consensual side of it, this is okay, but teenagers aren't going to know that. A 15-year-old boy who's learned all about sex from the internet so far and sees that isn't going to think, oh right, I have to talk this through with my partner, make sure they're okay with this, speak about my fetishes, speak about theirs, and get to know this person and have this really intimate scene with safe words and responsibility. They're not going to see that. They're going to see that and think, I can do this.
They're just going to see a lady tied up and think, oh yeah, I can go and do that to someone in the class.
And whilst you're in the loo, I also made the point of young girls are also going to see that and think, this is what I need to do to please my current boyfriend or my future boyfriend.
It's dangerous,
and that's dangerous. Like, if you're into that, it's great, and that's fine. But if you only want to be into that because you've seen some girl on the internet and that's why you think that that's okay, that's not a safe place to come and approach this from.
Yeah. Also, while I was on the loo, I just had a break. I just had another thing. I spoke last week about the Tavistock and the case with the Tavistock. And
oh yeah, go on.
trans children this week, it's being re-evaluated.
Oh, that's
The
fantastic.
verdict is being re-evaluated. It will take a few months. I think the article I read said it'll take until March.
Yeah.
But it's a start.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's
a start.
good.
It's a start. It's good.
That's a positive for the LGBT community in the UK after a bad few months with J.K. Rowling, etc. That vegan teacher is.
I feel like I feel like the podcast's wrapping to a close here. We haven't opened it up to chat. By the way, normally we've been a bit like we entered the podcast late and stuff, but around this time, well, around 45-minute mark, but we're like 55 minutes in now. If there's anything you guys would like to say in chat to add to this discussion, or any comments that you would like us to address, if you're watching this on YouTube and you'd like us to address it in the next episode, leave a comment down below. If you would like to add anything in chat whilst live here on Twitch, feel free. Now's the time. Beyond the 45-minute mark is where we kind of address things if they are brought up there. But I would like to close this podcast, really, because I can't be asked talking about that vegan teacher. There's so much on YouTube and stuff. I'd like to close this podcast with the good news that not anymore. Donald Trump is finally leaving the White House. In fact, he has already left. He has left the White House.
The ceremony is actually happening right now.
It is, yes, it is.
I think I'm gonna wait until tomorrow and watch some of the highlights tomorrow from the ceremony, just because it's kind of cool. I kind of like it. I'm
just glad that Trump is gone. I don't think Biden. Don't get me wrong here. I don't approve of Biden. I don't think, and it's not my country anyway. So take my opinion with a grain of salt here. But I don't think Biden is a good man. But I don't think that he is going to commit insurrection. I don't think that he's going to try and hold on to his presidency for longer than his allotted time. And I hope that whoever comes after him is a well-meaning and good person. Or maybe like his vice president does seem to be. She's young for politics. She's black. She's a woman. I think if she ever took over power, that would be great as well. I don't know.
And he has a trans woman on the team with him as well, which is massive for America.
Like, I approve more of the Biden administration than I do of Biden himself. I don't think Biden is a good person.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad that Trump is gone, just because he's dangerous. He's dangerous levels of stupid. And it's worrying.
I hope that Biden and his team managed to fix some of the stuff that went wrong during Trump's dictatorship, pretty much, and help people feel safe again, because that's what matters.
Yeah, and there's other things we could say about the cunt. The fact that he's the first president in 150 years not to go to his opponent's inauguration, and the fact that he's 100, I think it's about 1,000 miles away from the White House as it's happening.
And
the fact that he's running a bunch of parliament. But who gives a fuck? The main thing and the main note that I kind of want to just end on right now is the fact that he's gone, and hopefully the future looks a bit brighter for America and for the rest of the world as a result, because I hate to say it, but America is a very big factor in what happens to the rest of the world.
Yeah, it's the most powerful country in the world. And thank you for that link, Jasper. I will have a read when we're done here. It's a link about the Tavistock. So
we can talk about that next episode.
I will have a read in my own time.
Yeah, add the link to the Google Doc, and we will go over it and talk about it next time.
I might make a video on it as well, actually.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like I have to. Well, I feel like I need to. I feel like I should.
Yeah.
I might do that tomorrow or the day after. Or maybe next week.
Well,
who knows?
That's my closing thoughts anyway. of positive note. Future is bright. Casper, anything else to add?
No. Thank you for watching this
No, right, excellent,
train
fantastic.
wreck of an episode.
Yes, thank you so much.
See you next time.
Yeah, bye, 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 bye.